everyone, welcome back. Today I'm sharing a cozy painting video, just me working on a small piece from start to finish with some chit chat along the way. I hope it feels like good company while you paint or something relaxed to watch, and maybe it brings you a little inspiration to create too. I'm painting on an A5 MDF board. I tried something a little different this time. Instead of starting with a sketch, I blocking the dark shape first, leaving the face area open, and the composition will start to come together. Then I established the shadow area on the face, and only then I did start sketching the facial feature. This whole first stage I just used burnt sienna without any medium, any solvent, and I just stopped using solvent because the smell feels too harsh, especially when painting in a less ventilated space. It's just healthier for my lungs and make painting feel more comfortable. Painting for me is truly healing. Of course, there are moments of frustration when nothing turns out the way I want, and I get disappointed and doubt a lot, even hate what I'm working on. And I think that painting to me is like a love-hate relationship, really. But no matter how many times I get fed up, I always come back to it. I think many of us, the hardest part is when we expect too much from our work. I've been learning to let go of that, to enjoy the process instead of obsessing over the outcome, to live more in the moment of painting. And I cannot tell how painting has taught me about the art of living in the present moment. Every time I step away thinking that I'm so tired with painting or this whole art path, it doesn't take long before something pulls me back. A beautiful reference photo, a scene I noticed outside, or seeing another artist's work that lights a spark in me. That's when I remember, beyond all the expectation, beyond money or achievements, painting itself is pure therapy. It's something that heals me deeply. There are days when sadness lingers, when disappointment feels too heavy to carry, but every time I sit down with a canvas, it's like I'm given a chance to lay those burdens aside. When I paint, I feel like the world slows down, and for a moment, nothing else matters. Not yesterday regret, not tomorrow worries, just this color, this stroke. Painting gently reminds me to live right here, right now, in the present moment. Every brushstroke is like an anchor pulling me back whenever my mind drifts away. I realize that painting is more than just making an image. It's a way of transforming heaviness into beauty, loneliness into connection. Even when the painting isn't perfect, the process always helps me feel lighter. It teaches me that life, like art, isn't about control or perfection. It's about presence, patience, and allowing things to unfold stroke by stroke. And maybe that's why I always come back to painting, because it reminds me that beauty exists in the moment, and that even the hardest feeling can be softened, reshaped, and released through creation. I'm painting a bride wandering through a quiet meadow at sunset. She feels a bit dreamy, thoughtful, and honestly, I just love painting this kind of soft, contemplative portraits of ladies. It's something I'm always drawn to. This piece was also a really useful study in light and shadow. Instead of keeping the shadow flat or gray, I wanted to make them more interesting, so I leaned them slightly toward purple. In my mind, it's just not the evening light casting those shadows, but also a little reflection from her lavender dress. I don't know if that's perfectly correct in terms of technique, but I was really excited to try the shadow with purple because the effect feels so poetic. I also exaggerate the highlight a bit, alternating between cool light using pure cerulean blue with white and warm light with mostly nickel titanium yellow. I especially love playing these subtle shifts of color on the face. It makes the painting feel more alive, and honestly, it keeps the whole process so much more exciting for me. And that's something I've been learning. Painting doesn't always have to be about copying exactly what we see. Sometimes it's about letting yourself play a bit, exaggerate, or even break the rules. That freedom, playing with color, letting your imagination in, making painting process much more fun. So now the painting is finished. I try not to overwork it, just letting the colors stay vibrant and leave some of those brushstrokes visible on the canvas. Thank you so much for spending this cozy painting time with me. I hope watching this gave you a little spark of inspiration, or at least a small peaceful moment in your day. Until next time, take care and keep creating.